A grim reality in the state of California. Fire seasons are getting worse. California owns the most extensive fleet of firefighting aircraft in the world, with the largest and best equipped crews. But even with that, they have a hard time keeping up with the growing number of wildfires hitting the state. But one Fresno man hopes a simple box can turn the tide on these fires. In the year 2020, over 4 million acres of California land were burned, which is more than the past 3 years combined. Now, 5 of the 6 largest California wildfires were also burned in 2020. And that's where the out-of-the-box idea of The Guardian comes in.
The incident commanders and the firefighters shouldn't have to pick which house to save.
Yeah.
Not here.
This is Rick Goddard, creator of The Guardian. His experience in the armed forces inspired him to do something to help with the crisis.
I served as a Marine officer in the aviation community. I served in the direct air support role, and particularly I was involved in Desert Shield, Desert Storm.
The Guardian is a simple, eco-friendly box that contains 264 gallons of liquid that can be loaded onto a standard cargo plane without the need for special equipment or modification. It can drop over 4,000 gallons of water or retardant every 10 minutes.
So the assembly and filling of the Guardian is very simple. It's less than a day training, and it can be done by virtually anyone.
It can be used by anyone with the ability to operate day or night, amounting to 40% more firefighting payload, especially when California firefighters are stretched thin on resources. It has already seen success in many countries ravaged by fires.
Internationally, we've been used in the EU by the Romanian Air Force. They were over the Attica fire in Greece a few years ago. Also in South America by the Peruvian Air Force. We've had drops in Southeast Asia, Thailand, and now we're doing evaluation and testing in Israel as well as Uruguay.
But the United States, not one of them.
Our biggest hurdle domestically with the U.S. is getting through the various wickets that the U.S. Forest Service would like us to go through.
Rick's company has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on testing and evaluation in the United States. However, their biggest obstacle is the organization overlooking wildfire resources in the country.
Internationally, it was easy to explain to them what we were doing because they want to use their airplanes in as many roles as possible, and they strive to put the fires out. They don't really manage them, they put them out.
Adding to the frustration because the reality of these deadly fires hit too close to home.
In the last 5 years, I've had hundreds of phone calls from friends and families that ask, why aren't you doing something? And we're trying.
Yeah.
Something has to be done. There are things we can do, and that's, I think, the message we want to give is there are things we can be doing. We just have to have the imagination and the open mind to do it.
The Guardian wouldn't change any of the firefighting efforts being done today, simply giving another tool in the arsenal of those who are able and willing to be involved in putting these fires out. A simple box ready to save lives.
We're ready to go. Ready to go now.